Anybody there yet? I forgot to turn something on yet. Ah. Well, let's see what's going on. Oh, Charity, hi. Megan, hi. John, hi. Uh, let's see who's here, who's not here. Well, I don't know if you saw in the news today or yesterday. There's a big thing with student loan scams. That they flood. See, the scammers are people. They see my image as a scammer because people who contact you by IM or a chat and things like that. We don't do that unless you're a member, and that's only $20. So these people, that trying to get you with your student loans or get government money for free. I mean, they have to charge a lot more than $20. That's why it's a scam, and it's not me particularly, if they're charging you more than $20. But the student loan scam is interesting because that's a lot, because people have to now start paying their student loans again. So anytime people have problems, if there's a law that puts financial stress on people, the scammers come out because they know you're worried. So you're trying to solve this problem. You don't have time to figure it out. So you're going to throw money at it to hopefully that it's going to save you. And it's not, particularly student loans. The only people that could give you forgive your student loan is the government, or help you. They're the legitimate programs. They're all from the government. And there's about 10 of them or so that are still around, even though I think one or two that Biden had, they got rid of. But there's still others. So you want to apply to everything that you're eligible for, and that takes some information. And you don't get the information from the internet, particularly not Google. Don't go to Google and get information about solving your financial problems, because that will just get you people who want to make money off you, okay? Because that's what the internet is. And particularly if it's anything to do with government, they're not making money off of you. They're giving money to you. So they're not in Google. And so you can't do that. So here's the kinds of things that come up with scammers for student loan scammers. Don't believe just because they have a government logo that they're the government. They are absolutely not. A lot of them do that. They pretend they're the government. They say U.S. this, U.S. that. They're not. And don't buy promises of special access. There is no special access to anything. Anything the government is going to forgive you, anybody has access to. You may have to wait in line to use it, but that's going to be worth it than getting scammed. Never pay an upfront fee, okay? Never, never, never pay an upfront fee. If they're really going to save you, they're not going to charge you money before. They just want to get paid first, so that means there's no guarantee that you're going to save money if they get money first. And none of the government programs will never do that, okay? And never share your student aid ID, okay? Never do that. And the most important thing to do is to call studentaid.gov. But here's another report. If you, student aid, I'll put it here, studaid.gov. Okay, and then here's another one, that turn in any scammers. Go to report fraud.ftc.gov, because you want to report them, because otherwise that's the only way you can possibly get rid of them. You finding them, you getting a lawyer to find them, probably ain't going to do much. They're too clever, and they're in other countries and stuff like that. But the people who can do something is by warning other people. And so if the officials don't know about it, they can't help other people. So you can do your contribution to society is by telling the officials about this scam, so they could warn other people, and that's very important to do, okay? And that's about scams. But you go to studentaid.gov, and on the bottom, there'll be a contact. There'll be a little click to contact, and then there'll be a contact phone number for borrowers. That's what you are, somebody who borrowed money from the government. So I would wait on hold. I would put it on speaker or whatever and do crossword puzzles or go on work until they answer, because this is how you get straight information. I know it's a pain in the ass, and it may even be 24/7. So, and a lot of us are working hard, and I know people with not a lot of money are working 15 jobs, and so it's hard to get that time. But don't jump on any of these other things that promise instant success. Like even my stuff, I know I promise instant success, but it's really not true for most of us. Most of us have to go through the process, and it takes some work. And life does take some work. That's why you have to be careful with your time. Work on things that are important to you. And you don't cure problems that built up in your life over 5-10 years by just clicking on one website and filling out an application. No, it takes more. It takes talking to people to make sure you get the right application. There's too many applications. Now, also, you're going to hear a lot of information about budget cuts because the House just voted on a bill, a legislation for the budget, so what we're going to spend money on. And the big thing about the budget cut is reproducing. This is the last Trump tax cut, okay? And it expires at the end of this year. So the Congress is trying to get a new tax cut before the old tax cut expires. Now, what's going on, at least I see, and this is a biased opinion, I'm not in favor of this, mainly because this is what we're doing with our money. This is the top 10% of America, okay? So 90%. This is the top 10% of America. This is who got the most from the last tax cut that they want to extend. So they want to extend this. Who's getting the most? Okay, the bottom 10% got 0.8 of the money that was given out. The top 10% got 52%. So the top 10% is getting 52% of this money in the tax bill. So it's going to, I mean, they'll say, oh no, you're going to get this, you're going to get that, and you're going to get, but when all's said and done, they're getting, the top 10% are getting more than anybody else. And if we have a debt problem, that seems to me immoral, to do this. We have people, I hear in a story today, we have more people in poverty than ever before. Well, actually we do. I've heard this for a long time, but also now more people are going to food pantries than ever before. It's the highest. Food insecurity, don't have enough food. And we do have more poor people than anybody else in the world. More poor people than anybody else in the world, yes. In all the rich people in the world, our country has more poor people than anybody else. Now that seems to me what we should be worried about, okay? Because we have poor people, more poor people, here we are, USA on top, more poor people than anybody else in the world, okay? So we're giving money, a tax cut is really giving money from the treasury, okay? First of all, people who pay taxes, there are $1 trillion every year now of people who haven't paid taxes. So we're getting more people off not paying taxes, and there's $1 trillion. Just think if we had $1 trillion. That's what this whole thing is worth, about $1 trillion. And so there's $1 trillion not even paying their way now. So we're going to give an extra $500 billion because they get 50% of this new tax cut. And they're going to get, so that's coming out of the rest of our pockets. Somebody has to pay that. Somebody has to pay for the rest of the government if they're not willing to pay. And so that to me is a problem. And then also they're going to cut back on Medicaid. So this is income for poor people. Okay, and let me show you some data about the health care in our country. Maternal wait, healthcare, where is it? Okay, I missed that. What'd you do with that, Lesker? Oh, as far as how long people live in this country, we're way down in the bottom. You could go to like 24 other countries and have an average lifespan that's a lot lower than us. Look at here. We're also number 2 in maternal mortality rates. That's women dying through childbirth. Now how good could our healthcare be? If we have the second highest, Mexico is bigger. And look at all the people that have better statistics than us. So we don't give good healthcare, but we charge more for healthcare than anybody else in the world. This is how much we charge for healthcare, and that's healthcare expenditures. We're the biggest, okay? So it costs us more, and we live the shortest, and people dying, and here, life expectancy, okay? Here's life expectancy. Here's us, 78.7 years. Look at all the countries that live longer than us, and they pay a lot less money for health care. So there's something going on. The rich don't have to worry about it, but the people without money, they're the ones who can't afford health care. They're the ones that put off going to a doctor. They're the ones that really need health care more than rich people because they're living long and things like that. But it's the people underneath, the bottom 90%. They don't have enough money to pay for any of this stuff. And so we keep this new budget, to me, is just giving more people to rich and less to people who really need services. So that's what I want to do, is also encourage people, if you see something in the headline that, okay, I can't get health care, okay, for some reason because you read something in that. So there's nothing. I have to go to where I normally go to healthcare, but I can't go there anymore. Okay, now what you have to do is put on your thinking hat and realize you have to do something else. There's so many more options, for healthcare than what you're used to. All you know about healthcare is what's in Google and your current system, whatever there, and there's so much more in life than anything else. And that's what I think is great about findhelp.org. So if you go to findhelp.org, if your computer works, but mine is not. Why isn't that working? Come on, what are you doing? So if you put findhelp.org, findhelp.org. Put in your zip code. I'm going to put in mine. Okay. And put in healthcare. Okay. Okay, let's see. And this is just a start. So you have to, okay, there's 674 programs in my zip code for healthcare. Now, they're not part of Medicaid. No, they're getting money elsewhere. So that's what I mean. You always have options. And that's what I'm trying to show people, is if one option fails, it's sort of like you're going to want to get a job and you go ask somebody for a job and they say, no, we're not hiring. You don't go home and wait for them to change their mind to hire you. No, you look somewhere else. The same thing with this. If you're getting assistance for like food, okay, let's put in food and see what happens. You were getting SNAP or somebody else was helping you with food, and it's not working now. That you got a budget cut or whatever. So let's put in on find help and food. Okay, 300 programs in my zip code that help people with food assistance. So we have, what, 400 or whatever it was for healthcare. And then there's another website too, just called Find Help. No, not Find Help. Needy, NEEDYMEDS.org. Go to needymeds.org. And you need health care, go over to Savings. There's a tab called Savings. And then you'll see medical clinics, dental clinics, mental health clinics, substance use disorder clinics, any of those. So put on medical clinics. Every medical clinic there provides free and low cost services. And you just put in your zip code, 20009, and let's say within, say 20 miles. Let's see what they got. Okay, so it'll click, and you, let's see what I got. How many? Oh, they keep going. No, okay, 175 clinics that are free and low cost. 175 clinics that are free and low cost within 20 miles of me. 175. I mean, I think that's remarkable. That's why the abundance we have in this country that people don't realize. They go to one place they're not eligible for, and they quit. And you can't do that. You don't know the options, and that's why people who are selling you things won't tell you the options, because they want you to buy from them and think that they're the only option. But life is so big of options that we don't train people. That's what I'm trying to do now. We have a service. If you're not a member of Let's Go Help, this is the kind of things we work on. And if you're not a member of Let's Go Help, we have a special offer right now for $1. You could join us, and we have 15,000 people that help each other. We try to love each other and show where there is love in our society. It's not everywhere, but it's at 40% of everything in America is there to love you, because they help you. They give you money and services for free. That's what somebody does when they love you. They don't want money first. That's a prostitute, right? But if you want free love, you have to find the people that really love you. And 70% of everybody in our in America job is to do that, is to love you, to give you free money and help. I didn't start this. This is nothing I designed. This is here for 200 years, but we don't talk about that because we're a capitalist society. All we want to talk about is capitalism. And that works well too, but it's different. People can't afford capitalism because they have no money. So it's fine if you have money, but what are we going to do with the people who don't have money? What are we going to do with the people who want to make life better for themselves, so they make their community better and things like that? Why did Elon Musk get $300 billion? Not 300, $38 billion. He gets $8 million every day from the government. Do you hear that? Elon Musk gets $8 million every day from the government. Elon Musk gets $8 million. He's there saying the government gives away too much money. What the fuck is he doing? Life is not understandable. It's just crazy. And you got to learn how. You mad that a businessman is doing? No, I'm not mad a businessman is doing. If he's so good at business, why can't he get the money himself? He's not, why is that? He said he's the greatest entrepreneur businessman. Okay, fine, that's great. Do we have to cut people who have food? Do we have to cut people who need money for health care? Do we have to cut money for people to take care of children to help Elon Musk? No, I don't think so. I think we should have some priorities. That's all. Free money contracts. Yes, he gets contracts from the government. That's money that we're giving to him because he wants to do this stuff. But he has loans, grants, and things like that to start his business too. But that's all. It's just that the government is not all bad, and that's why should we give billionaires more money who don't even need it? We have more poor people in this country than any other developed country, and we're worried about billionaires getting more money. I mean, that just doesn't If we could do both, that's great. But it looks like we can't. So right now, what they decided yesterday is to cut out money for poor people to get health care. You know, sure, somebody takes advantage of it. And you think that nobody's taking advantage of a tax break? You goddamn right they are. They don't even pay their taxes, let alone take advantage. Now, of course, that's not everybody, but that's it. It's just where our priority should be. And I think as a human being, you have to first worry about other human beings. If you hate human beings, then yeah, no, you're allowed to. That's okay. But I think, we should be in a society. Do you want your neighbor to hate your ass? So when you have a fire, that nobody will come and help you with the fire? No, you don't. Or that you don't pay your taxes to get the firemen to come. No, we have these people to come and help us, and they get paid what the community does that. And that's what you want to live in, a community and play nice together, or you want to be in a community that you don't play nice. Well, not playing nice is a nice place to live, is it? But maybe you like that. That's fine. You're allowed to. Does the bear shit in the wood? Yes. So if you're interested in learning about all the other programs that are available, like here, we found 500 programs for getting free health care just in one zip code. In your zip code, it'd be the same. Maybe there's only 300. That's still a hell of a lot. Or for food, again, hundreds of programs. Or for, I did earlier, for rent, to help you pay with rent. There's 70 programs. So the most important thing when you hear about all these cuts is that that's not the whole game. That's not the whole ball game. There's a lot of people in America that spend their day, every day, helping you. And that's what love is, helping somebody else do what they want to do. This gay also message as a dog. Don't know what that means. And that's important. So if you're interested, it's Let's Go Dollar. So Let's Go Dollar. Here it is. Let'sGoDollar.com. So for $1, you can get 5 days of unlimited help to apply to every government program in America. And I've been studying this for 50 years, 50, and helping rich people, poor people, everybody learn about it. I've sold about 4 million books on this subject. I started doing this by helping millionaires become billionaires using government programs. And the average person in the street has no idea that this is for them too. So that's what my mission is for the rest of my life, is showing average people that the government does have legitimate programs to help you. They're not scams. I am not a scam. If you think I am, I'll give you your money back. And it's just, and I'm proud that I'm able to do it for $20. And even though I was hoping to make a living at $20, but it's become profitable. And what we do now for the last year and a half or so, we give money back to members. We give over $50,000 to $70,000 every month back to members. What is this, 21? The next giveaway we have is on the 30th, we give out 30 laptop computers. And then on the 4th, we give out, I think it's 20,000, it fluctuates every month, but it'll be 20,000 plus or minus, sometimes a lot more. 30,000 up to $1,000 for people to spend on anything. Then we have one for car repair on the 15th, and then we have one for mortgage and what's that other one? Rent and mortgage. It's on the 20th. So we give out, and that averages up to $15,000 to $70,000 every month. Just to individuals that are members. So you have to be a member. So that's why for $1 now, Let'sGoDollar.com, you get 5 days to help, and we will show you how to apply to every government grant you have. And we do this one-on-one help. We have videos every day, like now. I'm on our live stream on our website to help people one-on-one. And we have members there that also help people. There's Charity is here. A lot of folks. My computer froze up. I don't know what's going on. And I think I'll refresh that and see if that screws up everything. Oh, it won't even refresh. Oh, I can't go anywhere. Somebody's going, I guess I'm being hacked. But Charity, are you also on YouTube? Or am I still on? Because you can't leave a message to me on Find Help. Let's Go Help, right? Yeah, that's not working there. Let me see what happens. Let's go. But help is out there for everything. If you're not a member and you want to be a member, and you can do it for $1 now at letsgodollar.com, and that's only 5 days to give you a taste of what you're in for, because I don't want you paying for something you don't want to use or you don't think it's a value. So this is a way to see if we are of any value to you, and the only risk is $1. Let's see, how do I get, I got the chat. Oh, I joined as speaker. I didn't want to do that, but I am. Let's see how that works out. I am in Mighty and it's working fine. Okay, great, Colleen. Okay, I may be on 2 places now. I don't know. I may have screwed up this. It's a broken psychology. It's funny that I paid $1,000 in education healthcare in Europe. It's free, that's right. And so I paid healthcare bills because it's wrongful. Yep. Okay, so we're still on. Okay, both are good. Well, you can see a side view and a front view. But more important, if you're not a member and you don't want to trust me, that's understandable. I wouldn't trust anything on the internet. Go to this website and you could download a report that I will show you 500 government grants in your state. Okay, this is a free report. I don't even ask for your email address. All free. Okay, and if you go to tiny, T-I-N-Y, URL, okay, tinyurl.com, tinyurl.com/letsgo500. So that's tinyurl.com/letsgo500. I'll write that down for us with hard of hearing. Let's Go 500. Okay, there I'll give you a free report. You can download this free report, and in there are 50 grants for every state. So I have a state-by-state listing. You have all the states. You go to your state. If you're Pennsylvania or whatever, go down the list. You'll see Pennsylvania. Click on that, and you'll download a report that will show you 500 grants for you in Pennsylvania, okay? It's backwards. Yeah, I know. Sometimes it's backwards when I do this, and sometimes it's not. I don't know how to fix that. Is that some, I don't know, on YouTube. Do you see it backwards on YouTube? Or is it on free? Oh, it's on backwards. Oh, look it. There's 2. Oh, this is interesting. I'm on 2 screens, right, Charity? You see me on 2 screens? And one is backwards and one is not? So it must be something in the platform that I'm able to do. But that's tiny, T-I-N-Y, and then URL, tinyurl.com, and then Lesko, L-E-S-K-O 500. That's free. You can download that. Okay, now if you want to join us, okay, now how do you cite this is backwards? Is that backwards too? Yeah, it looks like it is. Yeah, but see, oh, that's funny. The other one is not backwards. Sometimes it's backwards. So I guess there's something I don't know how to fix yet. And this is letsgodollar.com. If you go there, you sign up and you get 5 days. And as soon as you put in your dollar, whatever that is, PayPal or credit card, and you'll get a link in your email of a link to go right to it. So within a few minutes, you'll be able to see me live. So if you sign up now, you'll see me live in our platform. And that's where you can ask questions all day long. We have, like I say, every day we have 3, 4, 5 hours of people that are live and answer questions for you one-on-one to help you find money and help to solve your problem. We're only here to solve problems. We're only here to show love to people, that you're not alone in this crazy world. It's tough. It's tough to get through this life. We all have to suffer, and that's why to ease that suffering means community. To ease that suffering means people help you. To ease that suffering, you have to learn about the options that are out there to help you get through this better. There's no magic. Everybody's, marketing is all about making believe there's some magic. Shit, no, there ain't no magic. These are real programs. I didn't start them. I don't know, didn't do any of this. You, living in this country, are more responsible for these programs than I am. I'm just trying to show you, hey, shit, look what we've done. I didn't do it. That's why people say, thank you. No, I didn't do any of this stuff. America did. This is what America has for you. I'm just trying to show you what America has. I'm me. If I did it and I found a cure to cancer, yeah, then I'll take that credit. But I didn't. I didn't start any of this stuff. I just digging ditches and oh shit, look what I found. And to let people know that don't know, and the people who need it most don't know. See, the problem with these things is that the people who don't need it the least know, and they know how to do it because they've doing it and they're living very well with that help. So the rest of us should know about that because that's important for people to know that this country helps each other. At least 40% of it, and unless the other people do too, sure, certainly. But for you to rely on something to solve a problem when you don't have money, that's what we have to really show people, that there are organizations. But we're trained people to live in capitalism, and we're training people to learn how to find the help in capitalism. But if you don't have money, there's no help for you because you can't afford anything in capitalism because they all want money. So what are we going to do with you? And I want to show you the help that is there because it's there for you, it's there for Elon Musk, it's there for everybody. It's there just as much for everybody. And you have to put in effort to take advantage of it, okay? And that's the important thing. And if you're not doing that, then I think you're losing out. It's sort of like having oil in your backyard. And if you don't dig it out, it ain't worth nothing. And so information's the same way. If you don't dig it out, it ain't worth nothing to you. So you have to go and dig it out. You dig it, that's the important. Let's see, Benny, hiya, Benny. That's the important thing. Tammy's there, Sonia, hi. It looks fine on Mighty. Okay, yeah, one Mighty it does. The other Mighty, I don't think it does. I think it's mirroring your screen, but that's the right way. Yeah, I'm not sure why is it, on one screen I see it good. So I'm on 2 different screens for Let's Go Help. And one is backwards and one is okay. The first one I did, that's the backwards one. The second one I did is okay. And I think I came in as a member, not as the speaker or something. I don't know. But then I click speaker. I don't know. Digital life is very finicky. You don't know. You change a little digit here, and that has implications all over. It's sort of like our life. When you change a little something, man, it has ricocheted of creating problems you never knew were there, right? So anybody have a question? Maybe people, well, it's not what you say. Why are you here? Hello, my friend. Yeah, books. We have books in the 80s. Nobody. This is the. I've been doing this 50 years. Back in the 80s, somebody just said yes. And this way, this community is the most successful thing I've ever had in helping people get government money and help for them than I've done for the last 50 years. And I've been working on this subject every day for the last 50 years. And this community, and this is the cheapest way. I mean, I used to sell for tens of thousands of dollars. People will pay that because they're going to make millions on it. But I wanted everybody to know about it, not just the rich people. So that makes me so happy that I'm trying to find people who really need this money. You know, not the people who don't need the money and they're just looking for more ways to get more stuff. They don't need any more. There's too many people that are suffering too much in this country. And that's what we have to work on, I think. And that's why I see that this is helping more people in America learn what's available and how to take advantage of what we have than anything else that I've been doing for the last 50 years. And I've been working on this subject for 50 years. I started as a high-price consultant. Then I went to books. I did books, then videos, all kinds of things, infomercials, everything. And they were all successful in different formats. Now, nobody buys a book anymore, so I had to figure out another way to do it. And I stumbled by accident. I was looking for many years trying to figure out how to get this information to people the way they're done. People don't buy reference books anymore, right? They go to Google. But now, Google is not helpful anymore. AI is helpful. You could use this in AI very successfully. And we show you how to do that. But you don't need us. If you go to AI and say, I'm looking for, there's 2 words you have to put in. Government offices and nonprofit organizations. So you say, I'm looking for government offices and nonprofit organizations in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania that help me pay my living expenses. And you'll get them. And if they show you 10 or 20, just say, give me more. And if they only show you 10 or 20 more, you say, give me more. And you'll find 50 to 100 organizations that help you do that there by that. And nobody will sell you anything. You never see an ad. You never see somebody's going to charge you for the information. Nothing. Because you said the 2 magic words, government offices and nonprofit organizations. Government offices is a .gov. Nonprofit organization is a .org. So those 2 organizations give you money. .com wants your money. Okay, so that's why anybody in a .com is going to want money from you. The .orgs and the .govs want to give you money. So that's where you want to hang out. And that's what we show our members to do. So if you want to learn more about how to do that, letsgodollar.com. $1, 5 days for unlimited free help. And then you don't have to worry about what you read in the news about Trump's cutting this, Trump's cutting back. Sure, that's going to hurt some people, and that's very bad. But there are other options. I got to train those people to find these other options. And that's what it is. And so even yourself, if you go on and you heard like during COVID, there was a lot of rent grant money, okay? And people will say, oh, that money's not there for rent anymore. Yes, I know, programs come and go. But if you go to find help and put in rent in your zip code, in my zip code, there's 70 organizations. So you have 70 places now to get rent. But people don't know that. So they quit, they find 1 or 2 people, and it doesn't work, and they throw up their hands and say, I'm not going to do that. Please encourage other people too, whether you use me or not. Take that list, download that list, tinyurl.com/letsgo500, tinyurl.com/letsgo500. 500. Go there, download that list, and send copies of the state to other people who can use them. So if you know somebody that needs help and struggling with something financially, give them a copy of that so they know where to go in their states. And you could be a hero. You don't have to tell them you got it from me. It doesn't matter. Our mission is to help other people. And the joy in life is giving, not taking. We have to take care of yourself first, though. You have to get strong, take care of yourself, and a way to live so you're not a burden on other people. Then, to me, it's trying to find out how to help other people. Okay, what could be better? Sure, you have a talent, try to do it to help other people. And that's what I'm going to do until somebody puts me underneath the ground. And I'm closer to that than most of you, I'm sure. At 82, I'm on borrowed time already, but I love it. So let me help you too, and then so you can help other people. Because see, if you learn about this stuff, then you could win every bar bet about there's not a grant for some. Sure, there's a grant for everything. It's just going to take you some work to find it. And that's what's nice about Let's Go Help. We have 15,000 people that help you every day. If you're not successful, that's what we're doing. We're helping you. So let us help you, please. letsgodollar.com. Please let us help you. I'm selfish. It feels so good.